In 1 week, I went from completely losing my shit in close quarter fights to a zen murder machine. Kinda. Sometimes. So why do we panic? Well, a few days ago I would have said it's cause I suck and I can't shoot straight. But that's not entirely it. I started practicing strafe aiming, and gunfights went from pure chaos to, I don't want to say a dance cause that sounds weird, but yeah, let's go with it. A dance. I know exactly which fight I made the switch. I started freaking out and missing shots, but as soon as I thought mirror, something changed. I got more focused, started landing shots, and I got the kill. I knew that I had something there because I felt completely different. Now, please understand that in no way am I saying to mirror all the time. That's pure craziness. What I am saying is a bad plan might be better than no plan, because at least it occupies your mind long enough for you to not crap your pants. So how do you aim strafe? Following the teachings of Aimer 7 and his holy scripture, Strafe Aiming 101, the first thing I started doing is anti-mirror with a good hip-firing SMG-like alternator with laser sight. I like it because it's about as fast as you'll ever need to aim, and most people are gonna have a really hard time aiming at you. Even when I lose, I last a lot longer in fights when I do this. Now you might feel like you don't need to practice mirroring because it feels so easy, but your success depends on your ability to change direction quickly, aka read, so don't neglect that. When mirroring mid to long range with a fast strafing weapon, you'll want to introduce a diagonal mirror, also called a half sideway, to compensate for the range. Get into the habit of using these when aiming at an opponent on higher ground, as in his perspective you're moving on two axes and it's considerably harder for him to aim at you. Now, as pointed out by Aimer 7, the problem with these 180 degrees strafes is that if your opponent is 80 spamming, you're both quite stationary. So that's where 90 degrees strafes come in handy. Keep in mind that all strafes can either be performed while mirroring or anti-mirroring, depending if you want to maximize damage dealt or minimize damage taken. So there's forward triangle, backward triangle, back and forth triangle. These won't necessarily make you harder to hit, but they're great repositioning tools. Let's say you're anti-mirror strafing, realize the opponent is 80 spamming and you don't want to stay there all day until one of you dies. Well, you can chain a back and forth triangle towards cover. The point is not to choose a strafe and to stick to it till the end. You should aim to be able to go in and out of those organically and purposefully. Some more advanced stuff to experiment. Now keep in mind that I don't pretend to be an expert at any of these techniques. I'm simply sharing the knowledge. So there's back to forward half sideway, forward half sideway to mirror, which is by design a pushing strafe. Therefore, should be used when you have an advantage like more HP or you're in a 2v1. There's back to mirror rectangle, which is great to reposition yourself when dealing with a 80 spammer. Listen, there's an awful lot of strafing pattern. Don't try to learn all this crap in one evening, it's pointless. The goal is to develop habits that will ensure you always have a plan when you fight. And it works because suddenly you're not thinking about dying, you're focused on your strafe and your aim. Now this video does not claim to turn you to a pred within a day. I actually watched that one and it's not true. It was a lie. A good way to improve is by learning from your mistakes. What's even better is learning from other people's mistakes, so watch this video and learn from my pain. Did you see that one coming? You did? Well, good for you. Cheers.